Stopover in Karatina town just before they make entry in Othaya. Othaya, where will be the final destination, resting point of President Mwai Kibaki. Not anything out of the ordinary or anything that is not working according to plan. They are very much on schedule to start at around 10 o'clock, and you would imagine it's making sure that everything to the entry point of the mass, the farewell mass, is smooth, and just making sure that everyone is ready at the destination. As well as you can expect, the President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to be there, so they have to make sure that everything is okay. Of course, as you know, what is happening here, them being humans, they would also want to have a quick health rest and health check. This having been 2 hours, almost 3 hours, and Leila Mohammed, who is part of the convoy, can just tell us what's happening here. It means, of course, definitely still on course and on time. Just explain to the viewer what's happening at Karatina town, where they've made a stopover.
Well, the number of people, Mark, standing outside this part of the county is huge. This is ideally a few minutes to his home county. The women and the children standing in line, singing, but we don't know whether it was a security issue or maybe just the drivers taking a health break, because it's been a long ride from Nairobi. At some point, they're having to slow down a bit because of the bumps across the road. It's been smooth all the way from Nairobi to Murang'a, but somewhere along the line, the road system hasn't been really the best, so they're navigating around several corners as the area is being fixed. So it seems like everyone in the convoy is getting back to their vehicles, and we now continue with this journey to Othaya from Nairobi, possibly now things moving a little bit faster than we saw earlier in the day. So much of what I am hearing on the ground is that possibly it was just a gentleman taking a health break, and maybe the drivers changing positions now to allow the cortege to move slowly along the line. So, Mark, what I can see outside is just a heavy population of people gathered in small pockets around the length and breadth of this road, just waiting to see the body. Some singing songs of praise and worship in their native Kikuyu language as they send off their son, who walked along this road for many years before his death, Mark.
Very much for that, Leila Mohammed, and our team, Dixon, Shamison, and the rest who are following on with the procession. As you'd expect, this having gotten coverage for over a week, and there's a lot of build-up and anticipation and some form of excitement that, there will be a lot of focus on Othaya on this final day, on the farewell day of Kibaki, and this not being anything out of the ordinary. Probably 45 minutes ago, there was a changeover of the drivers, the hearse, and even the outriders. So, as would be expected, just to give people a bit of rest on this. I mean, definitely, it's going to be formation all the way there. I don't know if she's still in line with this. If you can still hear me, Leila. In terms of, I see they're running to their vehicles, but yes, in terms of what will happen once they get to Othaya, there will be, we've seen that they're getting back into their vehicles to get on with their journey, which is a few minutes away from Othaya. What will happen once they get to the venue? If you can still hear me, Leila.
Mark, once they get to the venue, we already know that the police and the military are already on the ground. It is expected that the senior leadership of this country will be at hand to receive the body of the late President Mwai Kibaki, just like he did yesterday at Nyayo National Stadium. President Uhuru Kibaki will be leading and commanding the Kenya Defense Forces as they grant their former commander-in-chief his last salute. They've been doing so, like I said, for an entire week. the culmination of this event is performing a few ceremonies here and there. And much of what will happen today will be taken over by the Catholic Church, and Bishop Muheria, like I said before, the Archbishop of Nyeri Diocese, will take charge and be the main celebrant, as well as being flanked by religious leaders from other faiths and denominations. He said that this will be quite a brief and articulate ceremony to allow the family also